All right, let's get right into it. Today, we're going to peel back the curtain on what it really takes to build an online business that can actually scale. Seriously, forget all the hype for a moment. We're diving deep into the operational framework, the boring stuff that separates the hobbyists from the high earners. This is the stuff that actually keeps the money in your pocket.
So you have to wonder, right? Why do so many new online stores just fail? Well, a huge part of it is just information overload. You know the feeling, a million tabs open, everyone's shouting different advice, it's so easy to get lost and, honestly, to start focusing on completely the wrong things.
And this slide really hits the nail on the head. Most people get caught up in the flashy stuff, the cool ads, chasing that one viral product, looking for those quick wins. But the reality, the pros who actually build scalable businesses are focused on the business foundation, the operational systems, and the long-term profit. It might seem less exciting, but trust me, it's what works.
Okay, so this brings us to our first section, what we're calling the e-com scaling trap. It's so easy to get stuck in that hype cycle. But what we're going to do is move right past it and start building a real sustainable business from the ground up.
So where do we even begin? Well, it's not with picking a product or setting up a legal entity. Nope. The first and most important step is a mental shift. It's about going from being a spectator, just endlessly researching, to becoming an owner who actually takes action. This is where it all starts.
The source material just puts it so perfectly. Stop overthinking and start doing. I mean, that's it. That's the secret sauce right there. It's the ultimate cure for that analysis paralysis we all get. The point isn't to have some flawless plan, it's just to get the ball rolling and build momentum.
Now check this out. The power of that one first action is insane. Just by starting your store, heck, even just by signing up for a free trial, you immediately leapfrog an estimated 90% of other aspiring entrepreneurs. Think about that. They're all stuck on the sidelines, planning forever. You're now a player in the game.
Okay, so you've committed, you're in the game. Now it's time to protect what you're building. That brings us to our next section, creating your legal shield. This is where we shift from thinking of this as a hobby to treating it like a real business, something that's protected and can grow into a long-term asset.
And look, this doesn't have to be complicated. Your legal structure can and should evolve. You don't need some complex corporation on day one, but as soon as you start seeing consistent sales, that's when forming something like an LLC becomes absolutely vital. Why? Because it builds a wall between your business and your personal life. If something goes wrong, your house, your savings, they're safe. The goal is to build something that lasts.
And part of treating it like a business means being disciplined with your money. A really smart move is to take 20 to 30% of your profits and put them right back into the business foundations. We're not talking about more ad spend here. This is for things like better software, maybe some professional advice. You're basically building a war chest for those inevitable rainy days.
All right, legal and financial foundations are in place. Now for the engine room of your store, your supply chain. Getting this right isn't just about moving boxes. It's about controlling the entire customer experience, from the second they click buy to that moment they're unboxing their order.
And this chart makes it so clear why you eventually have to move beyond standard dropshipping if you want to scale. Sure, something like AliExpress is a fine place to start, but private suppliers give you the fast shipping, the consistent quality, and the branding options you need to build a real, legitimate brand and avoid all those refunds that can absolutely sink a new store.
And here's a super simple but totally deadly mistake to avoid: selling stuff you don't actually have in stock. It sounds obvious, right? But you need automated tools to keep your inventory synced. Nothing, and I mean nothing, kills a new brand's reputation faster than having to cancel an order on a disappointed customer.
Okay, things are moving. Sales are coming in, operations are getting smoother. Guess what? Now you have to play defense. It doesn't matter how much money you're making if you can't protect it from fraudsters and chargebacks. This is all about what you get to keep.
So here's a simple but really effective game plan. First, use your store's built-in settings to automatically flag or even cancel high-risk orders. Second, add a layer of protection with a good fraud prevention app. And third, make sure you have crystal clear shipping policies to protect yourself from sketchy chargebacks. And here's the key takeaway, the big so what. This isn't just about preventing loss. Every single dollar you save from a fraudulent order is a dollar you can put right back into your Meta or TikTok ads to find another real customer. Protecting your profit is protecting your growth engine. It's that simple. And all of this leads us to the final piece of the puzzle, the 1% mindset. When you've done all this foundation work, all this boring stuff, what you've actually built is a backend that's ready to handle serious scale. You're not just hoping for traffic anymore, you're actually prepared for it.
And this is what separates the top 1%. They focus on these foundational things first. They treat their store like a real long-term asset. They play defense just as hard as they play offense. And this is so crucial. They build a machine that's ready for volume before they floor it on the marketing gas pedal.
Look, building a real business is going to have some challenges. There's just no way around it. As the source material says, you can't have a rainbow without a little rain. Problems are going to pop up. But when you've built this solid foundation, you're ready. You can weather those storms and actually come out stronger on the other side.
So there you have it. We've laid out the entire blueprint, from your mindset to your legal setup, your supply chain, and your defenses. The plan is right here in front of you. So the only question left is, what's the very first brick you're going to lay?